You good to go, bro?
Okay. So here we are.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
I'm waiting for, I'm trying to find it on my phone. Here we are. All right, awesome.
It may take a minute. You know, we are competing with the coronavirus task force.
We are, that is true. We are competing. But we'll make you laugh at least, you know?
Yeah,
So,
nothing funny about that.
so we have one person so far, Peter Michael. Hi, Peter. Nice to see you. All right, we got a couple more people joining. So I'm going to wait a few minutes and then I'm going to do our little intro
Got it.
and then we will get going.
I don't know why you're not coming up on usually I get you right away.
You see it on mine.
Yeah, what's going on?
All right, so we have 6. It looks like we have 6 people already. So
That's double what we usually have.
that's definitely more, right? Exactly. So, okay, I'm going to get started. You ready?
I see this now. I got you.
All right. All right. Welcome, everybody, to Brace Yourself. I am your host, Rosanne Sorrentino, and my sidekick, I like co-host.
Hi, everybody.
Chris Grando. Hello, Chris. How are you?
Hello.
How are you holding up?
Yeah, okay. You know, it's Blur's Day, which because every day just kind of blurs in. And,
It's true.
you know, it's Groundhog Day.
Every day.
Groundhog Day.
Every day. I'm like at the end of the night, I'm like, I just can't wait to go to bed and just end this. It's just, please, let's just stop.
You mean end the day?
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
And then when I wake up, I'm like, is it 3:30 yet? Because I'm thinking that's respectable.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's Blur's Day, so anytime.
Yeah. It's.
So you are working during the day. Technically, you're working.
I am working.
You do have stuff.
I do. Yes, I have stuff to do. You know, talking to kids and families and all that good stuff. So
are all the kids behaving and doing their thing?
Hey, as far as I know, not having to discipline is the best part of this distance learning, you know?
Yeah. Oh my God.
It really. So yeah, so tomorrow's Good Friday.
Tomorrow is Good Friday.
Right.
Do you have to work tomorrow as well? Is tomorrow like
we are not working. We're not working tomorrow. No, we're not. We're trying to give the kids a little bit of a break. It's been a bit of a struggle with them trying to get on to all the technology and whatnot and trying to just get everything going. So we're giving them a break tomorrow. And then Easter is on Sunday, which is going to be a little weird this year. I'm not going to see my mom. We're going to have a Zoom dinner on Easter.
Yeah, it's a weird timing. Madison's home. Chris is in Jersey. He's going to stay in New Jersey. We're 3/4 of the family will be together. And that's it. So it's definitely flipped things upside down this year for sure.
For sure.
We typically get together with the whole Grando side of the family, and there's 20 of us at a brunch, and now just 3 people.
Yeah,
gonna hang out.
Ham. It's like this big, this ham. Yep. I got the smallest ham I could find. I went to the food store today. Absolutely insane again. I mean, there's more rules every time I go. Now you can only go down one aisle in one direction and up the aisle in the other direction. They got managers all over the store saying, you can't go this way. You got to turn around. It's crazy.
Well, instead of like traffic, do they have like aisle cops, like traffic cops? Like
they do.
Going, you got to go this way. And
you got to go this way.
You get in trouble? You get in trouble if you go down the wrong way?
You get yelled at.
Who yells at you? Somebody behind the man?
I'm a rule follower.
So you were yelling at people.
I was. Oh my God! Why people can't they see the tape on the floor?
Right. You're the person who gives the dirty look
with an arrow. I am.
But they can't see your face. You're behind the mask, right? So you just.
I did have the mask. I did. So they don't know who I am, which is good because I could just give dirty looks behind the mask. Nobody even knows. I'm thinking next time, I'm gonna wear a mask and a cape.
Yes.
Right.
You'll be a superhero.
I'll be like the supermarket superhero. I thought.
We gotta come up with a name for you for that.
We got to have a little fun with this.
We'll take suggestions, everybody.
Yes, we'll take suggestions.
Snare's going to come up with a name for you.
All right. So we have people watching. So I want to tell everybody today that on the show, we have Brendan and Jen Dagan, who are the owners of Elitefeats, which is more than just a company that does race timing. They do everything. They are all over the place during race season, which is
probably the premier timing service companies on Long Island. They've really grown over the last, I guess they started in 2014, but they do it all. They do marketing, they do all sorts of stuff. So it's fun to talk to them, see how they're kind of handling, a lot of races canceled and stuff. So we'll get their impact on how, this whole disaster and crisis is affecting them. So. Oh yeah. And, we'll be giving information out, but they are on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. It's facebook.com/EliteFeats, twitter.com/EliteFeats, Instagram.com/EliteFeats, and then strava.com/clubs/EliteFeats. And I will post all of that on my page. So anybody who's running out there, if you're a runner, or even if you're a walker at this point, you can do a virtual race, and we're going to talk to them about that. So I'm really excited to have them here today. I see a lot of people are joining, which is nice. We have 11 now, which is so exciting. Michelle just signed up. Big Mish. Hi, Mish. How are you? We are wearing our DCRP wear today, right? Yep. So we're gonna talk to them a little bit about our running theme show today.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna do a little special pepper, pepper with pepper today with them. Maybe a little DCRP versus Elitefeats. They have a running team too, by the way.
They are. They're like a real running team.
What are you talking about? Why would you say that? We're a real running team. Well, we're a drinking team. We're a
drinking team. Come on. Speaking of which, I wanted to make sure I stocked up.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? 4 bottles of wine, and it's got a spout, which is my favorite part of this.
What's the name of that?
What?
What's the name?
Black box.
Black box.
Didn't Al Gore have something with a black box? Watch this. Watch. This is amazing. Is that beautiful or what?
Fantastic.
That's amazing. So I'm ready. Bring it on.
Let's go.
Anything.
Cheers. I went with the clear.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Are those cherries? Or is
that
the
raspberry? I got raspberry seltzer in there. Oh.
And vodka, I hope.
As I sit in front of the fireplace.
You look like you're getting ready to give a fireside chat.
Yeah, right after this is my next Zoom meeting and podcast.
All right. So, are you ready to bring on our guest?
Yeah, let's bring him on. Let's get into it.
Bring him on. I'm gonna unlock their video now because I have that kind of power. Oh, it's amazing.
With the push of a button.
Yes, the push of a button, and they will be. And there they are. So welcome to Brace Yourself, Brendan and Jen Dagan. Did I say that right?
Dagan.
I knew it.
It's a little fancy.
All right. That sounds much fancier anyway.
Yeah.
But Dagan?
Dagan.
That's like when you're
like jogging.
Brendan, where are you from originally? You're from up north, or where are you from?
Yeah, so I was born in Boston, but I grew up in Maine, which is why I sound Canadian.
There you go. Hey.
All right. I was going to say you don't have the Boston accent at all.
No, the odd. That's right. Dagan.
No, it's more like a boot. No.
And Jen, where did you grow up?
I actually grew up right in Farmingdale, so I'm a Long Island native. After I graduated from Hofstra, I moved up to Maine and then made my way back here.
Wow. We met at Hofstra.
Yeah.
Aw, the love story. I love that. Let's talk about the love story for a minute, shall we?
Oh, thank you, because it is our 10-year anniversary in about 2 weeks.
It is.
Wow.
Yeah. Good for you. All right, let's drink.
Thank you.
All right. So how did you meet at Hofstra?
We ran into each other.
Really?
On the cross country team.
Cross country
Oh,
team.
together?
But yeah, we were on the cross country team together. We actually weren't very fond of each other at first.
No.
But that was
Mostly
the
her
best part.
fault.
So were you guys very competitive with each other?
No.
There's been a couple times Jen's like challenged me to like things she didn't think I could do, like swimming. She was like, I can swim faster than you.
I'm
like,
just in
"No."
general very competitive.
Well, of course. That's great.
So Brent,
that
what did you run? What was your events? What did you guys run?
I was 6K, 5K.
Yeah, at Hofstra, we were cross country only sponsored at the time, so I was 10K, 8K. But most of our running success, as far as our PRs and everything, came after college.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like a 5K to half mile guy. Jen's been a miler pretty much. So
Jen, what's your low mile? I looked. I kind of know where you're at.
God, Jen, this is insane. How do you run that fast?
It took me a while to kind of get my butt
Tell
in
everybody,
gear.
what was your mile time?
Oh, 4:55.
And Brent, you
4:55.
Brent, what are you?
I'm still tying my shoes.
my best miles I run at 4:20.
Yeah. Okay. I'm already panting and huffing and puffing, if you don't get it, all right? That I want to kill myself. By
4:20. I'm at my quarter mile split. Like, this
Yeah.
is good. I'm getting it done today.
There it is. Well, I need you guys need to know, I am the sloth of the DCRP.
That's not true.
It's true. I come in last every race of the DCRP group, not of the whole race, although it's close. But I am definitely new meaning to bringing up the rear.
Yeah, but you beat everybody that doesn't show up.
That is
Literally
true.
everybody that isn't there. You handle them.
And that's what you say to the slowest person in a race.
A lot of people sit on the couch that morning, and you ran the race, so you got to feel good about
I did.
Yeah,
That's
you
true.
do. You do. Absolutely.
But it is fun. So you guys went to Hofstra. Now, what was your major in Hofstra, each of you?
I was community health and I minored in psychology.
And I was entrepreneurship with a minor in finance.
So, okay, so your degree paid off. So tell me how Elitefeats got going.
So Jen and I actually were timers for a couple of years, working as independent contractors, timing around the Northeast.
Mhm.
And we really felt like we could do a great job on our own. So we partnered up with our business partner. He owns a third of the company, and that's Jen's dad, Larry, who's a programmer. And we worked really, really hard and gave up a lot of things, moved into the in-laws basement and and worked really, really hard, but had an opening. And we bring a lot of not to toot our own horn, and with all honesty, we bring a lot of industry leading and things that go beyond timing, and that go beyond that, our vision of working with nonprofits and really empowering them through event marketing, registration support, the best in the result platform. They sound like little things, and they kind of are, but when you add up a lot of little things, they make a big difference.
Well,
a lot of things people don't think about. When I was organizing the race, like, oh God, I never thought of that. Oh, I never thought of that. And you guys kind of do it all. And for any race directors that are their first timers, certainly using Elitefeats is they really guide you along the way, and it helped me a great deal. You know how we spoke all the time. So it's awesome.
Yeah, that's it. What has been the highlight of running Elitefeats?
I think just being in the environment, I love it. I mean, we're runners and we're passionate about it. So to be around it all the time is just like, it's really cool. So I think that in itself is neat.
And for me, I feel like we're making a difference, like waking up in the, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a marine biologist because I wanted to save all the ocean animals, I was a little child. But like nowadays, like I feel like we make a difference in the community. It's not just in putting on a healthy event, but on really working with nonprofits. Sometimes I sit back and I'm like, if we get that person that was only going to do one turkey trot this year to do 3 other events, and we do that, a couple hundred times, how much money is going to those local nonprofits? And like that gets us excited. We're a business that benefits from it, but making a difference. It makes us feel good.
Yeah, and Bren, you would say like right now, probably a majority of the runs are all for organizations trying to raise money, some type of charity. Rarely do I see a race that's not for some good worthy cause. I mean, you guys could speak of that. I mean, right?
Yeah, most
99%.
Yeah, I would say most are. Yeah, for sure.
If you see some organizations put on a bunch of them, and they're for-profit organizations, and sometimes they'll have a charitable component to it where they're making a donation. But when you see the one-offs, that's pretty much a guarantee. Those are the Rotarians, the Kiwanians, the Lions Club, the scholarship funds. They're the people who, they make the difference in the local community. It's great stuff with these, the Susan G. Komen. Like I'm not trying to not speak well about those massive nonprofits. And I'd love to have their business. So Susan, if you're listening, but the local ones, those are what, they're there for you when you're down on your luck, and they're there for the families, and they're pretty incredible. It struck me back when I was working a post 9/11 run, my first year timing, and the family was all there, and it was very emotional, obviously. And I remember thinking at that moment and really being struck by the fact that, like, yeah, everybody came out today to do something great and fun, but there was this real feeling that the family had an opportunity each year to remember someone who passed away. And these events are, there's layers. People like yourself that go to them, you're super important. It doesn't go around without participants there. And then for other people, it's this chance for a memory to live on, and for then the beneficiaries, they benefit from it. And it's really an amazing thing to be part of.
Yeah,
so,
that's awesome.
So now with this whole COVID-19 and the quarantine has probably really impacted what you are doing.
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Oh, you didn't hear?
COVID, you say?
How has that impacted racing overall, and you guys in particular?
I had 5 stages of grief. At first, I was like, it's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. We're still going to have the events this weekend. And then there was the next stages. But at some point or another came acceptance. And at that point, we stopped thinking about ourselves. We started thinking about the full-time staff that work for us. We started thinking about the nonprofits that, this is their only, one organization, they put on a postpartum run. This is their largest event. I'm talking to the organizer, and she's telling me, the need is there more during this situation. Mothers can't be with their children right now, and they're giving birth by themselves. Domestic issues and domestic violence issues, and it strikes you that, like, as an organization, like, as a business, we have to be like, okay, yeah, this really sucks. But for these other organizations, it steps you outside of that. So we really started right from the minute we accepted it, that first 24-hour cycle, we went through the 5 steps. We realized we had to put something together because it wasn't about us. It was about, 50 or more nonprofits losing their shirts. And what would that mean to the local community?
That's great. And so you've been doing these virtual runs now. Can you just tell people who maybe don't know about them and would like to, maybe they're not runners, but they want to go and walk and just donate to a particular charity, to talk a little bit about your virtual runs?
Yeah, so the virtual run series, all the events are part of it. And it's really cool. You sign up, and then starting on a given date, you can go for a run or a walk, and then you have a week or two to upload your time. And when you sign up, what you end up getting is a personalized bib. It's got your name on it. It's collectible. They're just like our regular bibs. They'll have the logos on it. On the back, it's like a postcard. We put the stamp on it. You can collect it. And then there might be other items given away. And for $20 or $25, you can compete against other people. When you post your time, you can upload it right you don't need an account. You can upload it right online. You can take a photo of yourself or your dog. We have people walking it in 25 minutes per mile, taking an hour and 15 minutes to do the 5K. And we have people running hard, breaking 6-7 minute mile pace. And, if you do 5 of them, we end up sending you a pretty cool finisher medal.
Nice.
There. But the big thing is it's that community feeling. for $25 or $20, you can go out on your own, put a hard effort in, can see how you stack up against other people, connect with other people, and help out these local communities, and you get a little bit of memorabilia out of it too.
So can you talk about some of them that are coming up, some of the races that are coming up, so people know?
Yeah, of course. I'm not looking up the list on my phone, so I'm just doing something else right now.
Sure, absolutely.
But if you go to elitefeats.com and you look for the virtual races, or if you go to thevirtualrunseries.com, it will actually list off all the events. So this weekend we've got the Bunny Trail 5K benefiting the Never Stop Running Foundation, and then next weekend we have Footsteps for Progress 5K. That's benefiting the disabled community in Queens. Katie's Courage 5K, which is in Sag Harbor, which raises a scholarship for a young girl named Katie who passed away from pediatric cancer. The Jigsaw 4-mile run, which actually comes with its own very cool Autism Strong finisher medal. EJ Autism is the largest autism foundation here on Long Island. They raise tens of thousands of dollars, put on by B. Hughes Peterson, what up B? And it's her husband, speaking of an amazing runner, Pat Peterson. He ran 2:09:59 for the marathon at the London Marathon. He was that's real. He was third. He was third at New York one year. I actually have been at their house and seen the medal. He unfortunately passed away a few years ago, and B heads it up still to this day. Jigsaw is an amazing 4-mile run. You're gonna get a finisher medal. You're going to get a personalized bib. And if it's one of the 5 races that you do that are part of the virtual run series, you'll also get one of the Elitefeats bibs. And the Autism Strong medal, it's like this. It says autism. It's really cool.
Great race. That's usually down at East Islip Marina. We do that.
PTRP usually does that one.
Yeah, that's where we're on the slide, bro.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I just saw that came up on my memories.
Our goal, just so you know, every year at that Jigsaw, we get, how big that field fills up with all the fun, right? We're the last cars in the line.
You guys are always the last cars.
I know. If you guys
are always hanging out.
If you guys aren't at the race, we're the last cars. And then when we leave, they're like, "Yep, they're still there."
Yeah.
My brother-in-law Danny will be very happy to hear that.
We go with our strengths.
Yeah.
That's
you guys know how to have fun, for sure.
In the after party.
So what do you say to now? I have a couple of questions. First of all, is there anything planned for this post-quarantine? Any sort of a race plan? Have you been approached by anybody about helping the people who have lost money, not working, and things like that?
So, we're really blessed, and it's almost humbling to say, like, we were able to make the decision to keep our staff on, and it was partially because you can't just go out and hire a timer, and be like, and timers that do what we do. So we've talked internally, and because what's going to happen is there's going to be a vacuum, that races are going to have been postponed and canceled. And the ones that are standing when that happens, so the last running boom began in 2009 when the financial crisis hit. And basically the Boston Marathon sold out for the first time in a matter of minutes. Before that, it would take like 2 weeks. After that, they went to the lottery system. It peaked in 2013, but it's still way ahead of where it used to be. The first running boom was back in the 70s. But we are poised for the next running boom. And when it hits, we're going to deal with people feeling uncomfortable when things open back up. But there'll be an overwhelming amount of people that do feel comfortable, that are going to be looking for something to do. And we as an organization are both mobilizing to be able to do a pop-up 5K and be ready to go and hit the ground running. Sorry. But as soon as that happens, we've been talking internally about that. And then the events that are still standing right there, they are going to benefit a lot. And we're going to see some changes. Typically an event will see 20% of the people registering day of race, and about a third, including that 20%, 40% or so registering in the last week if it's an established event. And I think we're going to see those numbers trending up, with people waiting now until a little bit closer. And there's going to be changes within that. It'll make a job like Chris's, when he's trying to plan out how many shirts to get, how many bibs to order, a little bit more difficult. But an organization like ours will adapt to that. Just like we transferred 50 events over to a virtual run, we're going to have to just stock up on more, spare bibs so that, you know, if we have overflow, we can use them. If we don't, we just have them in an emergency, and learning things like that. But it's going to be people are going to breathe a big sigh of relief, and they're going to want to celebrate. And I think there'll be more than one occasion where we're going to have to be like, DCRP, you know, don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Well, we're gonna figure out how to, you know, be the DCRP and still be conscious of social distancing.
Do you think that that is going to play a part? We don't really know when everything's going to be lifted as far as social distancing. Broadway is closed until June 7th. So, you know, I'm a assistant principal in a middle school. And so we were talking today, and I said, well, if Broadway isn't opening till June 7th, you know, what are they going to stuff kids back in buildings, you know, right on top of one another? So do you think that's going to play a huge role in later on down the road that people will be more aware of maybe not wanting to be in a big crowd like a race situation?
You know, that's a good question. The short answer is, I think that people, you know, that are removed from sort of bureaucracy, there's going to be a clamoring of people that are going to be like, I want my race. And their feelings, just like the people who are like, I don't want to go anywhere near a race, are going to need to be acknowledged. And I think there's also going to be, you know, we've talked internally on creative solutions to sort of adapt to that. And just like we rolled out with, you know, dropping a bib in the mail and mailing it to people, we have some, you know, tricks up our sleeve, and we'd have to float them by certain organizations, but things that will alleviate the check-in process altogether. You know, for a while now, we've pioneered something which hasn't really taken off too highly, but it's just unique, is an easy pass style bib. So you have it. And, you know, if people have a reusable easy pass style bib, there's all sorts of things you can do with that. People can show up, and we could be doing then going off every minute, and there is no check-in. And maybe there's no post-race awards, but they can still compete. And they'll, you know, where there are people that want to find a solution, and the infrastructure of government being like, okay, if you're creative about that, we'll support you. You know, an organization like ours and others will step up to the plate and deliver on something so that people can still be able to run.
Well, it's really fantastic. It seems like you guys are really thinking, you know, into the future and how this is going to affect you and how you can make it work for not only yourselves, but for everybody who wants to race. And I really honestly applaud you for being able to keep your employees employed. I think, you know, we've heard a lot of stories in the news about people going over and above to try to help their employees. And I think that is, in a time like this, which is so unprecedented, that it is really just an amazing thing that you've done. So, you know, good for you.
To be able to be creative and come up with solutions where, you know, this has kind of forced us to think a little bit differently and come up with new ways. And, you know, it's easy to be good when things are great, but can you be great when things are bad? And if you come up with those really smart solutions, staggered starts or whatever you want to do to even, you know, when people start getting comfortable going around each other again, that's something to be said for what you guys are doing. So awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I take it off, but there's a lot of stuff going on. This is not a good look.
It's okay.
It's getting bad. It's you know, I'm you can't tell now, but this morning I was like, oh, the roots. This is not, you know, when do we get the grays are starting to come in. I'm trying to find new ways to style the hair so you hide them. But
forget about it. Everybody from the waist down in all these video meetings, like, what's going on? Don't want to know.
I got my soft pants on right now. You can't say, I got my sweats.
You know, and I said to Chris the last time, I said, you know, you have to really, you can't completely give up. You should be wearing pants with zippers and buttons. To keep you honest, I have to tell you that trend. It's all stretchy pants now. I don't even care anymore. I've given up. I've given up hope. I have a box of wine. I have my. I just, it's too much. I just can't. I can't. So, guys, I want to say thank you so much for coming on and for letting everybody know. I am definitely going to be looking into one of those virtual races. I will be walking it until I am cleared to run. But I'll take my dog and we'll walk it. She usually winds up pulling me because she's a little chihuahua. She goes fast. So, but I definitely want to do that and support the causes out there that are needing our support right now more than ever.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Are you guys ready?
You know?
You guys ready to get peppered? This is it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Bring it on.
So for those of you that don't know, Elitefeats, you guys do have your own running team, by the way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the DCRP competes with these elite runners, but even on their website, you can go on and join your group, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. We have a whole range of abilities and people from all walks of life. So.
Ro, they have something called standards.
Standard.
Yeah, they have standards.
Okay, all right. We
Those.
have emerging elite standards
It's
for
a small
portion.
And then the times that they put in there, like maybe John Better, he's on here now. John was one of our runners. He's
Johnny Vetter. Hey, John.
He's going to be looking up what standards that he thinks he can actually do because he can really run. We got a bunch of really good runners, but not like you guys, elite. So this is kind of, these questions are going to be geared towards like DCRP versus Elite Feat running team.
Okay.
How many of you guys do you have on your running team now, guys and girls?
I think last time I checked was like 163.
Yeah, just over 160.
Total.
But
Yeah.
only like 20 of them make the standards.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just,
Very small
you know,
portion.
I don't make the standards. This
Don't
guy
you think-
here.
Don't you
This
think
guy-
it's to lower the standards?
What?
I don't lower my standards.
I'm saying we have basically no standards. Our standards are very simple. Have a drink, run. I don't know, it's very, very simple. So let's start. Every question you answer yes, you get a point. How's that sound?
Okay.
Are you ready, Rosanne? You're gonna answer for Team DCRP.
Okay, got it.
Does your team do fireball shots before a race?
Yes.
One for DCRP. You guys are a no, right?
That's what I know.
Does your team do fireball shots after a race?
Yes.
I don't know.
It may have. Yeah.
I'm sure it's happened, but
When does this include if they're being, you know, harassed by DCRP? Because I'm pretty sure I've witnessed that.
If we drag you over, then that's it.
yeah.
Does your team have a tent?
Yes.
They have a tent.
Nope.
Yeah.
Wait.
Not like you guys.
Yeah. It's just a blue
We bring
tent.
tents.
That is nice.
That's a half a point, Chris. That's a half a point.
Rosanne,
Feats
you
on
give
it.
a point. We're gonna give a point. They got those feather
We have a flag.
things. You guys have those feather things that I want.
Yeah,
Yes.
we have the flag.
Yeah, we have flags. Yeah.
Well,
I don't
okay.
want to see this, but we're gonna get the guy that
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing 2-man?
listen. I'm trademarking that. Don't do it, Elite Feats.
I've already talked about it. She shot me down.
Oh,
We almost did that, actually.
It's all right. We want to get a bus, and Michelle keeps shooting us down.
yeah, Michelle keeps telling
Yeah,
me to
you
do it.
guys just supposed to get a bus.
We get Danny. He could drive, or maybe not. Maybe we'll find a driver that can drive.
Michelle can drive it.
If we could look really bad, like called drinking club, and there we are on a bus.
Hey,
Um,
we're safe.
Does your team ever wear costumes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Not like you guys,
well, what's
but yeah.
it to you?
I went up to Jan at one race, and I was dressed like a matador because we were running from the bull. I scared the
Yeah,
crap out of them. Like, who is
That
that?
was great.
I didn't recognize you. I was like, what? Who are you? What?
What
Yeah,
kind of
I was like,
costumes
hey,
do you
it's
guys
me.
wear?
So we have a guy on our team who's really incredible with making his own costumes, and he's actually hit some of those standards. He's one of our emerging elite athletes. But
Okay.
he'll take cardboard and basically run in like a cardboard cutout of a car, or
I
he's
saw
been
that
like
guy.
yeah,
You've seen
yeah,
it.
he's been
Sure.
like Spartan before with a big sword, and he'll run that way, and I don't know how he does it.
He ran a it was
Oh yeah, you
he
gotta
was
bring it up
running
to the camera.
at 5-minute pace,
There you go.
running that.
Oh
You
my
see
God.
Elite, and that's homemade, you know.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
we don't do team wide costumes.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Individuals.
1 point for DC. I don't know. It's kind of almost another half a point.
Half a point. Yes.
Half a point.
A half point because we're blowing them out of the water.
Yeah,
This is rigged.
Probably the only time.
This is gonna be one's gonna be contested. Does your team have multiple shirt designs?
Multiple shirt designs?
Yeah.
We do.
I don't know. I keep seeing the same ones. And how'd you pick your colors?
How did we pick the colors?
Not me.
Oh, that was me. Yeah.
That was
Well, I guess we have different. I mean, like this year they'll race in this.
We have.
There's the singlet.
There's a singlet. There's a home jersey and the away jersey for the singlet.
Yeah, I guess the colors
So,
are swapped. It's kind of the same. He's grabbing one now, but yeah, I guess it's pretty much all the same stuff.
Okay.
We're boring, huh?
I can't find it. I can't find it. I'm not.
All right. Do you have knee-high neon colored socks with the name?
That's a no.
Like
No. Yeah.
We should.
All right.
You have yours on, bro?
I don't.
Oh, that would have been good.
I know. I should have worn them.
What I'm wearing now.
I,
I should have worn them. Oh well.
the last one I had was, does your team always win the after party? And the answer is no. You win most of them because you break them up. But if we're at that race, we clearly win that by a
We
lot.
win the after party.
Always. You guys always do.
So,
All right. So listen,
we
that's
just got
time.
peppered.
You
Wait,
guys got peppered. And, awesome. What can I say?
John Better.
We got one full point, I
He
think.
wrote
Right?
singlet. What do you mean singlet? And then he wrote, "Is that for Kevin Ford?"
Yeah, that's for Kevin.
Yeah.
Well,
Roger Bells is on. He says Elitefeats may be a tad faster than us. You think?
definitely than me. Like I said,
Hey, we got.
award coming in at the end.
We have run walkers and everyone in between, but you guys definitely.
Yeah, you win the after party.
You definitely
all
are.
the time.
Yeah.
Always impress me.
Yeah.
Try
I
to
love
have a little fun and mix that all in. And listen, we have some competitive runners too that can really, really fly.
Yeah.
I am not one of them, but
even after the shot of fireball.
I know. Yeah, you guys really do. It's impressive. I don't know how you do it.
that they
Not a running team. We're not technically a running team. We're drinking club.
Your answer is takes lots of practice. Just like you guys practice.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. I don't know if you saw it before, but
Yeah.
What's in the box?
box, Uncle Basil. Guys,
Box.
thank you. Oh, by the way, I did see you did the handstand challenge.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Told me.
So, Bren, you did that first, and then Jen, is this a
I
competitive?
asked him not to tag me, and he tagged me anyway. I practiced. I had to do it like 3 times. It was hard.
And now you challenged Jake Gyllenhaal now, right? Didn't you?
Well, we saw. How did it work?
So Tom Holland.
Yeah, he challenged Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal did it and made fun of Tom Holland. Then Lolo Jones did it, and she
Drank
decided.
wine.
What's that?
She drank wine.
Yes.
Yeah. So
She can
hey.
Woo!
Oh, I might be able to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So yeah, that kind of went sort of viral.
That
I guess,
yeah.
a little, and yeah.
So I decided, I was like, oh, that's cool. And I was like, maybe one of their social media people will see it and be like, yeah, let's do a virtual run. And I was like, that'd be huge. And I'm still waiting,
Okay.
Wait for that phone
Wait
call
for that
to
call.
take.
Jake, if you're watching, come on, make that happen.
Yeah.
He's not watching, but I just threw it out there anyway.
Wishful
Well,
thinking.
Guys, thank you so much for being on. I wish you guys all the best of luck with the rest of the virtual race season. And I hope to see you at races in the very near future, timing them. And listen, it's okay if you see my time and you laugh. Everybody does. It's okay.
I don't believe that.
No, I don't believe that.
But, I was thinking you could give awards away for the slowest person in a race, because that takes a lot of talent too.
You wouldn't win that.
Huh?
You wouldn't win that.
Yeah. I like running backwards or so. I'm just kidding. But thank you for being here. Wish you the best of luck. Stay safe. Happy holidays. Happy anniversary.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Stay
All right.
safe, guys. Stay healthy.
Thank you. You guys
All
too.
right.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye.
Yeah, there you go. I like it.
All right. We peppered them good.
We peppered them. Yeah. Well, listen, I kind of geared those questions that we would probably get a point.
Well, it's the only
Otherwise,
way-
we're not beating their runners.
it's the only way we're beating elite feats.
Some of the team might, but I mean, they really have like standards. There was like a whole list of like times that you had to hit to be like, they have like tiers, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. We have no tiers.
No tears. Just
No tiers.
well, lots of tears, but it's usually from laughing.
Well, it's laughing kids, yeah. So you show up, you have a shot, you run a race, you do another shot, and 3 of those races, and you're in, right?
You're in. And you get cool shirts, you get swag.
Yeah, no singlets here. Kirka wants a singlet. Michael Kirka.
Kirka.
Yeah, I told you that.
Why does he want a singlet?
Yeah,
Not wrestling.
That this is why when he felt like he's 14 years old again.
Yeah, but we don't. It's not wrestling. That's what I think of when I think of singlet wrestling.
Listen,
Cool. The kids wrestle.
Kevin Ford's he likes to wrestle. Kevin Ford's a wrestler.
Kevin Ford's a wrestler.
Grappler. Maybe he's a grappler.
Oh, hey, Matt Coyne. Matt Coyne's yelling out, hey.
Hey.
My friend Sherry. Matt says no singlets.
No.
I agree with you, Matt. No singlets here. Not at all.
The girls have racer tanks. You guys have tank tops. What are you talking about?
We do. We have the tank tops.
Yeah, you guys do.
I
We
think
don't. Guys don't.
No, the guys don't.
No, but I have that book, and it's time to like order new gear. But it's hard. We got to get on the road.
Yeah.
Got to get on the road again, and
Got to get moving.
like you don't even think of that. Like when people are signing up for the race, or you're lining up for the race to run. You know, like everybody's jammed in.
Yeah.
What's going to happen there? Do you like stagger the starts? Where like I don't know, like it's too hard to do. It's going to be. I just at some point you're going to end up going back to normal. My fingers are crossed that.
I don't know how we're going to get past. It's going to be a very slow progression, I think, that people are going to be. I mean, people look at you now in a store, like a food store, or if you even walk by them too closely, they're like, social distancing. And you're like, oh, I got to pass you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, it's funny when you're running down the street now, people will legitimately cross the street. They'll go on the other. It's like, what? But, you know, people are scared. People are going to be nervous for a while until they come out with like the, either some, a vaccine or some type of antibody test where you know that you've even had it. You're like, we could have even had it. We don't know.
We don't know. Exactly.
We don't know.
We're going to take our temperature at every race.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would be crazy,
yeah.
But
I got jobs where they're shooting now with like a heat gun. You can't get on the job site without,
Yeah. Well, they take my daughter's temperature every morning before she goes into the nursing home.
The new normal. That's the new normal. Oh,
That's the new normal. And we complained about taking our shoes off at the airport.
Right. I want to go back. I don't want to do
back too. Exactly. So, so next week. Now this was your wheelhouse. Running.
You were awesome, man. You asked all the right questions. What are you talking about?
I tried. I did my homework.
Yeah.
But next week we are going to have an Emmy. I believe he's an Emmy nominated choreographer. His name is Fred Talixon. He's from LA. He's going to be joining us via Zoom. And I met Fred years and years ago. I believe I was 18, going into the city to take some dancing and acting classes and stuff. And we met on the train.
Really?
Yes.
How'd you stay in touch?
We became train buddies and we stayed in touch and we went into the city together every day and we rode home together. We even took a couple dance classes. And then he found me on Facebook.
Get out. What's he famous for? Like, what's his famous?
He's done. He's done a lot. He's done some TV shows. I know. I think he did something on Modern Family recently. I'm still looking up all of his credits, but he's done a ton of really cool stuff. And
I'm gonna have to do some research. This is not my.
That's all right. You know, and he's great. He's a lot of fun. So I'm really excited to have him on. And I'm working on some other guests. So keep it on the DL right now.
Yeah.
Because you know, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but so good stuff coming. We're keeping busy. I really appreciate everybody who is watching and continues to watch. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Thanks.
Check out all of our shows on YouTube, my YouTube channel, Rosanne Sorrentino. Like and subscribe, please. And that's it. We got any parting words, Mr. Grando?
That's it. Just everybody's, wash your hands, stay safe, practice social distance, and let's get past this and try to get back to normal. That'd be fun.
That would be fun. That would be great
get back
fun.
on the road, get the DCRP back on the road.
Yeah.
Fly our bus.
We do. We need to do all of that. We need to get them back on the road and all that stuff. So, all right. So now we need to, now I lost you.
I'm here.
There you are. All right. All right. So we are going to sign off. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Have a great weekend and a happy Easter and happy Passover to those who celebrated Passover. And we'll see you next time, next week, 7 o'clock.
Happy Easter, wash your keister. I don't know.
Like that.
I don't know.
All right.
All right.
Hold on.
Goodbye.